My darlings, I see you. All of you. 12 signs, 12 souls, 12 different July journeys. I want to start this video by telling you something specific that almost no astrologer will tell you about July 2026. The number one luckiest sign of this month is having possibly the rarest astrological configuration any sign has experienced this year. Not just this month. This year, the combination of transits happening for the number one sign is so unusual that astrologers wait years to see it happen for any sign. And I am going to reveal which sign that is, but not yet. Because if you are watching this video and you happen to be the number one luckiest sign, I want you to feel the weight of what is happening for you. I want you to understand exactly why your July is what it is. So I am going to walk you through the 5 luckiest signs of July 2026 in reverse order. Starting with the 5th luckiest, working through 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and finally revealing the number one luckiest sign of the entire month at the end of this video. Some of you watching are going to be in the top 5. Some of you are not. Whether you are in the top 5 or not, stay with me. The luck you receive in July depends as much on how you use the transits as on which transits you receive. And the 4 signs reading this video before you discover whether they are number 1 are about to learn something important about their July that they will not learn anywhere else. I am Madame Aurora, 35 years studying the stars from my office in Manhattan, and I want to tell you why July of 2026 is one of the most consequential months in the calendar. 3 rare astrological events happen in the same 18-day window. Mercury stations direct on July 23rd, releasing weeks of internal review across the entire zodiac. The lunar nodes shift on July 26th, from the Pisces-Virgo axis where they have lived for 18 months, onto the Aquarius-Leo axis where they will live for the next 18 months. This shift changes the destiny corridor for every single sign. And 6 weeks from now, on August 12th, a total solar eclipse will land on Jupiter in Leo, the kind of astrological alignment that defines decades. July is the bridge to August 12th. The signs that use July well arrive at August 12th with their lives positioned to receive what is coming. The signs that drift through July miss the preparation window. So let me show you who July favors most. We start with number 5. Before I reveal the 5th luckiest sign, I want to acknowledge something. Some of you watching this video are going to hear your sign called 5th and feel a little disappointed because 5th is not first. Let me say to you directly, 5th out of 12 is still in the top half of the zodiac for July fortune. The signs not mentioned in the top 5 at all are in different phases of their year. Foundation phases, healing phases, preparation phases that serve them in ways the louder months cannot. So if your sign is in the top 5 at all, the universe is giving you compressed, immediate fortune in July. The differences between 5th and 1st are real, but all 5 are favored. Stay with me through the whole video. The lessons get more specific as we move toward number 1. But first, before I reveal number 5, my darlings, I want to pause for just a moment. If what I am sharing makes sense to you, if you appreciate the suspense of ranked guidance rather than the boredom of being told everything at once, tap that little like button just below this video. It is a tiny gesture, but it tells YouTube to bring this kind of guidance to more souls who want astrology that actually entertains them. And if you are not yet subscribed, this is the moment. August's video will be the eclipse breakdown for every sign, possibly the most important astrology video of the entire year for anyone whose chart is activated by the August 12th eclipse on Jupiter in Leo. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you do not miss it. Now let me reveal the 5th luckiest sign. The 5th luckiest sign of July 2026 is Taurus. Let me tell you why, my Taurus darlings. You have just survived the most disruptive 7-year transit any sign can experience. Uranus walking through your sign from 2018 to 2026, rewriting your identity, breaking apart the patterns you had built your life on. The storm is over. Uranus left your sign in April, and what has begun in its place is restoration. Chiron entered your sign in June for the first time in approximately 50 years, beginning 7 years of slow personal healing. On June 30th, Jupiter entered your 4th house of home, family, and roots, beginning 13 months of foundation expansion in the most stabilizing house Jupiter can occupy for any sign. July is the first complete month of these new, gentler chapters. For July specifically, Venus enters your 3rd house on July 11th, bringing communication warmth. The new moon on July 14th in your 3rd house begins a voice and writing chapter that develops over the year ahead. Mercury stations direct on July 23rd in your 3rd house, unlocking the writing, speaking, and content projects you have been outlining. And the lunar nodes shifting on July 26th move onto your 10th axis, your home and career axis, opening 18 months of structural life destiny work. The specific date to mark, my Taurus darlings, July 23rd when Mercury stations direct. Begin the writing project, send the proposal, schedule the appointment, and use July as the foundation month for the August 12th eclipse, which will land on Jupiter in your 4th house, possibly the most home and family-defining day of your decade. Wait, before I move on to the 4th luckiest sign, I want to give you a moment, my Taurus darlings, because I know some of you are in the comments right now, realizing that you are 5th out of 12 and wondering why you are not higher. Let me tell you directly. The 4 signs above you in the ranking are experiencing more immediately compressed fortune in July specifically. Your fortune is more structural and integrative. The restoration after 7 years of disruption is the kind of luck that compounds for the rest of your life, not the kind that produces immediate visible breakthroughs in a single month. Trust your placement, and stay with me, because the 4 signs above you in the ranking are about to be revealed. Now let me move to the 4th luckiest sign. The 4th luckiest sign of July 2026 is Aquarius. And here is what makes your July rare, my Aquarian darlings. On July 26th, the North Node, the point of soul destiny, enters Aquarius for the first time in 19 years. Your sign, your own 1st house, combined with Pluto, which has been in your sign since 2024, doing the deepest personal transformation of your lifetime, the next 18 months are the most personally destined period of your decade. The universe is turning its full attention to you. July is the bridge into this destiny corridor. Mercury stations direct on July 23rd in your 6th house of daily work and health, unlocking the practical decisions you have been postponing. 3 days later, on July 26th, the North Node arrives on your sign. This is significant because for the next 18 months, every eclipse on the Aquarius-Leo axis will activate your personal life directly. Whatever you launch, decide, commit to, or release in this corridor carries enormous weight. The version of you who emerges in early 2028 will not be recognizable to the version of you reading these words right now. The mark date to remember, July 26th. The destiny corridor opens. Use it consciously. Pause for just one moment, my darlings. I know what some of you Aquarians are thinking, but Aurora, why is the North Node in my own sign with Pluto already there only 4th? You are absolutely right that the combination is once in 19 years rare. Your work is patient. Your fortune is structural and deep. The 18-month corridor that begins for you in late July is incomparable. But the 3 signs above you in the July ranking receive more compressed, immediate, single-month fortune. The eclipse in 6 weeks lands on Jupiter in Leo, not on Pluto in Aquarius. So the signs whose July is being directly activated by the upcoming eclipse, those signs above you in the ranking, receive more concentrated July fortune than you do. Your 18-month corridor is the deeper prize. Stay with me. I have not yet revealed the top 3. If this video is bringing you value so far, my darlings, and I have been putting hours into this video, researching the exact way each sign's July differs, would you do me 3 small things? Like this video. It tells YouTube this matters. Subscribe and turn on the bell if you have not yet. August's video will rank the signs most affected by the eclipse, day by day for the eclipse week, and that is the most important video I will publish all year. You absolutely cannot miss the August eclipse breakdown, and write to me in the comments. Tell me your sign, and tell me whether what I am sharing is matching what you are experiencing in your July. Other people of your sign are reading the comments and recognizing themselves. We are becoming a community here. Thousands of souls walking through the same July together. Come be part of it. Now let me reveal the 3rd luckiest sign. The 3rd luckiest sign of July 2026 is Cancer. My Cancer darlings, you have just completed your Jupiter return, the most expansive year of your decade, on June 29th. And the universe is not pausing to let you catch your breath. It is moving you directly into the next chapter. July compresses 5 major astrological events into 18 days that crystallize the transition from your Jupiter return year into the chapter that follows. On July 11th, Venus enters your sign, bringing tenderness, beauty, and magnetism in a way you have not received in 12 months. For the first time since Jupiter left your sign, the universe is giving you a personal Venus moment. On July 14th, the new moon perfects in your sign for your annual personal reset. the most important inner work night of your year, with Venus on your sun. On July 23rd, Mercury stations direct in your sign. The universe says, go on what you have been integrating internally since your Jupiter return ended. On July 26th, the lunar nodes shift onto your 2nd and 8th houses, opening an 18-month destiny corridor for your money, both your personal income, where Jupiter is now expanding, and your joint financial structures, where Pluto continues its deep work since 2024. The specific dates to mark: my Cancer darlings, July 11th, your Venus moment; July 14th, your annual personal reset; July 23rd, the universe says begin, and the lunar nodes shift onto your money axis on July 26th. The August 12th eclipse in 6 weeks will land on Jupiter in your money house, possibly the most financially defining day of your decade. July is the foundation. Build it carefully. I want to interrupt myself, my Cancer darlings, because I know some of you are wondering why your sign is third when the eclipse is directly on your money house. Let me tell you directly. The eclipse on Jupiter in your 2nd house is enormous for your income. But the eclipse activation for you is most concentrated on August 12th itself, not throughout July. 2 signs above you in the ranking have July transits that activate the eclipse preparation more directly during July specifically. Your eclipse moment is enormous, but it is 40-something days away. The 2 signs above you have July as the active eclipse preparation month. Stay with me, we are getting close. Now let me reveal the 2nd luckiest sign. The 2nd luckiest sign of July 2026 is Gemini. My Gemini darlings, July is one of the most consequential months of your decade for a specific reason that almost no astrologer will explain properly. Jupiter is now in your 3rd house, your natural house, the house you rule, the house of voice, writing, communication, and ideas. July is the first complete month of this transit, and Mercury, your ruling planet, stations direct on July 23rd after almost 4 weeks of internal review. When Mercury changes direction in any sign, every sign feels it, but Geminis feel it most, because Mercury rules your sign. And this Mercury station happens in your money house, releasing the financial decisions you have been postponing. But here is what makes Gemini's July truly exceptional. 3 days after Mercury stations direct, the lunar nodes shift on July 26th onto your most personal axis, the 3rd 9th axis, the axis your sign was built around. The North node leaves Pisces and enters Aquarius for your 5th house, and the South node leaves Virgo and enters Leo for your 3rd house, exactly where Jupiter just arrived. This is unusual. The eclipse in 6 weeks will land on Jupiter in your 3rd house, conjunct your South node. This is decade-defining for any Gemini whose work touches words, voice, ideas, or communication. What the universe is asking of you in July: pace yourself. The shadow of Gemini-Jupiter transits is scattering across too many directions. Choose 1 or 2 major voice-based, communication-based, or content-based projects. Pour July into preparing them. Mercury stations direct on July 23rd unlocks launch capacity. The August 12th eclipse amplifies what you have prepared. The Geminis who arrive at the eclipse with 1 or 2 focused projects ready receive a decade of compounding visibility. The ones who arrive scattered miss the moment. Pause for just one moment, my darlings. We are about to reveal the #1 luckiest sign of July 2026. And before I do, I want to acknowledge that for some of you watching, the fact that I have not yet named your sign in the top 4 means there is a strong chance your sign is #1. Take a breath. The next reveal is the most concentrated, the most rare, and possibly the most decade-defining July fortune of any sign in 2026. Stay with me. We are seconds away. If this video has held your attention this long, my darlings, you have proven something to YouTube, that this content matters to you. Tap that like button before I reveal #1. It is the simplest way to tell YouTube to bring this kind of suspenseful, ranked guidance to more souls who deserve it. Now let me finally reveal who July 2026 is favoring most. The luckiest sign of July 2026 is Leo. And I want to be specific about why, my Leo darlings. Because what is happening for you in July is genuinely rare, possibly once-in-a-lifetime rare. Jupiter entered Leo on June 30th, and July is the first complete month of Jupiter return, the most expansive year of any Leo's decade. But that alone would not place Leo at the top of the ranking. What places Leo at the top is the combination of 3 simultaneous rare events in the same 18-day window in July. First, your Jupiter return is in its earliest, most magnetic phase. The universe is amplifying everything about you. Your visibility increases. Opportunities arrive. The recognition that has been overdue often crystallizes. People look at you differently. The dating pool of clients, employers, partners, and collaborators improves. Second, on July 23rd, Mercury stations direct in your 12th house, completing the integration of everything Jupiter has been quietly arranging behind the scenes. The fog of the past 4 weeks lifts. Ideas clarify. The preparation phase ends and you can begin acting on what the integration has revealed. Third, and this is where Leo's July becomes truly extraordinary. On July 26th, the South Node enters your sign for the first time in 19 years. The South Node arriving on Jupiter in your sign creates a configuration so rare that astrologers wait years to see it. Jupiter expands, while the South Node releases. The two together create the year in which you become more fully yourself by also letting go of who you are no longer. The performance of Leo dies. The actual Leo emerges, and the world is paying attention. And 6 weeks from now, on August 12th, a total solar eclipse will perfect at 20 degrees of Leo, conjunct Jupiter, conjunct the South Node, in your sign. This is the kind of astrological alignment that defines a decade, possibly a lifetime. Leos who use July to prepare, to release the patterns Jupiter cannot expand alongside, to claim the version of yourself that is emerging, to position your projects for the eclipse, arrive at August 12th ready to receive what the universe has been preparing for years. Leos who drift through July arrive at August 12th and watch other people receive what could have been theirs. The specific dates to mark, my Leo darlings: July 23rd, when Mercury stations direct and the preparation completes. July 26th, when the South Node arrives on your sign and the 18-month corridor of release and expansion begins. And August 12th, the eclipse. July is the foundation for one of the most consequential 6-week periods of your life. I want to address you now, my darlings, all of you watching this video, including the 7 signs whose July is not in the top 5. Because not being in the top 5 does not mean July is unlucky for you. It means July is asking different things of you. Let me walk through what each of the other 7 signs is doing in July, briefly. Sagittarius. Jupiter is now in your 9th house, your sign's natural house, and the South Node on the Leo-Aquarius axis activates your 9th third axis. Your July is significant, but it follows on from June, when Jupiter actually entered your 9th house, Capricorn. On July 29th, the full moon perfects in your sign, your annual personal Capricorn full moon. The lunar nodes shift on July 26th onto your 2nd and 8th houses, opening a major financial destiny corridor. Your July is concentrated but more inward than the top 5. Virgo, you are in your pre-Jupiter return year. Your big year is 2027. July is the foundation month. Quiet, behind the scenes, building toward the harvest. The lunar nodes shifting onto your 6th 12th axis on July 26th is the destiny corridor for the next 18 months. Pisces, Saturn and Neptune left your sign in February. Jupiter entered your 6th house of body and daily work on June 30th. July is the first month of the body homecoming. Libra, Jupiter is in your 11th house, and the Saturn-Neptune opposition continues to affect your partnership life. July brings clarity in friendships and community. Scorpio, Pluto continues its work in your 4th house, and Jupiter is in your 10th house. July is a career month for you, particularly the lunar nodes shifting onto your 4th 10th axis on July 26th. Your 2 most life-defining current transits both activated. Aries, Saturn and Neptune are in your sign, doing the slow work of identity reconstruction. Jupiter in your 5th house is bringing joy back after years of inner work. Your July is a building and receiving month. I want to give you one final piece of guidance for July, my darlings, regardless of your sign. The most important universal date is July 23rd, when Mercury stations direct. Every sign benefits from this. The Mercury retrograde that began on June 29th has been asking every sign to review, integrate, and prepare. The Mercury direct station unlocks the action phase. Use it. The second most important universal date is July 26th, when the lunar nodes shift onto the Aquarius-Leo axis for 18 months. Every sign's destiny corridor is repositioning. Pay attention to which houses in your chart the nodes are activating. And finally, every sign in the zodiac is 6 weeks away from the August 12th eclipse on Jupiter in Leo. This is one of the most consequential single days of the year for every sign, not just for Leo. Use July as the preparation window for what August 12th will bring you. My darlings, before I let you go, 3 small things I want to say. 1. If any part of this video has brought you clarity about what July holds for your sign, if the suspense kept you watching, if the revelations matched what you were feeling, if the ranking gave you a frame for your month, tap that like button. It is the simplest way to tell YouTube to bring this kind of ranked, honest guidance to more souls who are tired of generic horoscopes. Your like helps them find this video. 2. Subscribe and turn on the bell. The August video will be one of the most important videos I publish all year. A comprehensive breakdown of the August 12th eclipse for every sign, day by day for the eclipse week. You absolutely cannot miss it. 3. Write to me in the comments. Tell me your sign. Tell me whether your July is matching what I have described. Tell me whether the suspense kept you watching to the end, or whether you scrolled to find your ranking. Both are honest answers, and I want to know. Other people of your sign are reading the comments and recognizing themselves. We are building a community here, thousands of souls walking through the same July together, and you are part of it. I read every single comment. Thank you, my darlings. This community is becoming something I never expected. July 23rd, July 26th, August 12th. Write the dates down. The stars are with you. The luckiest signs of July are receiving compressed, immediate fortune. The quieter signs are receiving foundation and integration work that serves their longer cycles. Both kinds of months matter. Use yours for what it is asking. I am Madame Aurora, from Manhattan, and I love you, all 12 signs of the zodiac. I will see you in August for the eclipse breakdown.